Good evening.
Good evening. I am Adya Tripathi, Senior Class Secretary.
And I'm Riley Hood, Senior Class Treasurer.
We would like to welcome you to the 2018 George Jenkins Commencement. Students, parents, and guests, please remain standing for the presentation of colors by George Jenkins ROTC Color Guard, followed by the National Anthem, Pledge of Allegiance, and Alma Mater. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. We ask at this time if everyone would please take a moment to turn off their electronic devices. Tonight's commencement honors and celebrates our graduates. We ask that everyone please be polite and respectful during the ceremony so every family can hear their child's name announced and enjoy the celebration. I would now like to introduce to 2017-18 Executive Board President Gabriela Rodriguez.
Good evening. We are so glad you could join us this evening and share this special event with the class of 2018. I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome and recognize all our returning alumni and staff sitting in Section 25. They have returned tonight to celebrate our 25th anniversary and to say goodbye to Mr. Thomas. Everyone thinks there's a moment when you've known you've made it. I can tell you that there's no such thing. Perfection isn't a constant. We all think once we've gotten into our dream college, once we've gotten our dream job, once we've gotten our dream paycheck, we will finally reach success and perfection. And we equate perfection with happiness. We are each told this our whole lives. Everyone is given a strict outline for how to live the perfect life. By 18, you didn't know what your career will be. By 27, you should be married and have a house. By 30, you should have a kid. This only sets us up for disappointment, and I think deep down each of us know this. We rush towards these arbitrary goals because it's what's expected of us. But I think it's okay if we deviate from this illusionary norm and feel confused. It's okay to struggle, to decide what's right for you, because all of us will struggle and fail and change the path of our lives at least 20 times. This is the part of the speech where I'm supposed to give you an example of someone who changed their life or took a lot of tries before they found success. Maybe J.K. Rowling or FDR. But I don't think you need one. Think of your parents or family members. How many of them had a straight line to success and where they are now? My guess is almost none of them. I mean, think about us, right here, right now. For the most part, I'm sure all of us have no idea what comes next. Whenever someone asks us what we plan on majoring in, how many of us stutter and go, I don't know, maybe something in the medical field? We are all still so young, yet there's this pressure to have everything figured out. There is no guidebook to life. There is no instruction manual that each of us need to follow. Because we're not toys or a new phone. We're individuals that need to do our own thing. We all have the creativity, ambition, and passion to forge our own paths. The most important thing is that we don't follow some predestined path that society pressures us to choose, but that we choose what we think is right. We're all special in our own way, and each of you have made our senior class special. Maybe we didn't make it easy for each other, but that's part of life, and I wouldn't change this experience for anything. So thank you, everything, class of 2018.
I again would like to welcome all of you to the class of 2018 commencement exercises. We're also glad that you could join us this evening and share this very special celebration with us. It's now my honor to introduce today's special platform guests. Please hold your applause until I have introduced everyone on the stage. Jacqueline Bird, Superintendent of Polk County Public Schools. The Honorable Hazel Sellers, School Board Member, District 3. Tony Kirk, Director of Employee Relations. Mike Perrone, Associate Superintendent, Chief Financial Officer. Rob Davis, Associate Superintendent of Support Services. Ted Porteous, Associate Superintendent of Human Resources. Tammy Dawson, Regional Assistant Superintendent of High Schools. Michelle Townley, Regional Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Schools. Dr. Kimberly Steinke, Assistant Superintendent. You may be seated. Doug Dodson, Director of Custodial Services. Tom Patton, Assistant Principal. Lacey Emmerling, Assistant Principal. Brad Hires, Assistant Principal. Mario Jenkins, Assistant Principal. Aaron Crosby, Director of Student Activities. Diane Warwick, former Athletic Director and Activities Director. Justin Bailey, Athletic Director. Kelly Benton, Teacher of the Year, Math Teacher and Student Council Advisor. Linda Mason, Academic Booster Co-President. And Carrie Rogers, Academic Booster Co-President. Kevin Robertson, Assistant Principal, Kathleen High School. Laura Chansey, Guidance Department Chair. Megan Figuerella, Guidance Counselor. Darius Jones, Guidance Counselor. Denise Norgan, Guidance Counselor. Desmore Peters, Guidance Counselor. Deborah Wilk, Guidance Counselor. Merritt Cortello, Terminal Operator. Carrie Chapman, Principal, Sykes Elementary. Dr. Melissa Durrance, Principal, Sleepy Hill Elementary. Christopher Roberts, Principal, Bartow Middle School. Gabriela Rodriguez, 2017-18 Executive Board President. Matt Townley, Social Studies teacher, senior class sponsor. Hannah Townley, senior class president. Lee Bickerton, English teacher, senior class sponsor. Glory Snow, chorus director. Jessica Peoples, salutatorian. Greg Mays, social studies teacher and junior class sponsor. Tegan Davies, valedictorian. Thank you. And out on the floor, we have Daniel Rawson, Dean of Students, Jonathan Walton, Dean of Students, and Deputy Bobby Stevens, our school resource deputy. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce our senior class sponsor, Mr. Matt Townley.
Good evening, graduates and families. As I look over the George Jenkins class of 2018, I see many outstanding students. From athletics and academics to vocational skills and musical talents, most of you have contributed to the success of your class in varying degrees. In the last month of your junior year, you all recognized one of these outstanding students when you elected Hannah Townley to guide you as your president in all the senior class activities during your final year of high school. It is now my honor and joy to introduce her to you all on this very special night. Not only have I had the privilege of being Hannah's teacher for 3 or 4 years at George Jenkins, but as her dad, I've also enjoyed 18 years of happiness watching her grow into a beautiful young woman. When she was a small child, cradled in my arms, I would sing to her, and I would always call her my Nani Nani. And now both around school and the home, that is still what she's affectionately called. Nani's entrance to our world began a path of smiles and memories that continue to grow to this day. From her completely memorizing and retelling every word of her favorite children's book, like Strawberry Shortcake Meets Blueberry Muffin, to her lead role in the kindergarten school play that was delayed due to her throwing up backstage because she was so nervous, to the absolute awesomeness that she displayed a few weeks back in the Florida State Capitol, where she presided over her peers around the state inside the House of Representatives chambers as the Florida Speaker of the House. The same qualities that you as her peers recognized when you elected her as your president are the same ones that we've enjoyed as she's grown. Nani is truly something special, and that 3 words follow her accomplishments and relationships wherever she goes: funny, energetic, and loving. If you've ever spent 10 seconds with Nani, then you know how quick-witted and hilarious she is with a pun, how much energy and excitement surrounds her, and how benevolently compassionate she is to those around her that need a smile or a helping hand. I can only imagine how much better each of our communities would be if each one of us would learn from and model our lives after Hannah's example. For those of you who cannot see what are in my hands, they are pink, purple, and yellow hair ties that go into a little girl's hair. One day, when Nani was 4 or 5, I picked her up from school, where she had noticed I had a bad day. In her sweet voice, she said, "Daddy, what is wrong? You're not as happy as always." And I went on to tell her that sometimes my students don't work as hard as they could, and that sometimes I want more from them than what they give me in class. And I told her I feel sad when I have these days, and today was one of them. After a few seconds of her tussling with her hair, she said, "Here, Daddy, keep these with you, and when you have a bad day, you can think of me, and it'll make you smile." Now, 15 years later, I still have these hair ties in my truck. And Nani, every day since that afternoon, they're still there to make me think of you, and they still make me smile. These few words tonight are only a small portion of the impact Nani has made on both this school and our entire family. And there is no doubt she will continue impacting the University of Florida and our world in profound ways. For all the adults in tonight's audience, feel upbeat and encouraged to know that this generation is very promising, with these students that sit before me in these seats and the leader that sits behind me on this stage. To the graduating class of 2018, I present to you my daughter, your senior class president, and most importantly, our friend, Hannah Townley.
All right, y'all gotta give me a second. Well, hey everyone. There's an old saying that goes, may you live at interesting times. And our times here at George Jenkins have been quite interesting. For Sierra's son, that most interesting moment came the second day of senior year, when Mr. Morocco pulled out a Ziploc bag containing the clippings of Mr. Baker's old beard. For Isis Rivera, it was singing and dancing her heart out alongside the rest of the musical theater department at the annual Madrigal Dinner Show. Nazari Patel says the most interesting day of high school was the one where she was pranked by her entire sixth period. But for Quashetta Lightsey, it was seeing Mr. Thomas do a cartwheel during a Spirit Week pep rally. According to Nick Yensho, it was watching Buddy the class hamster run around in his ball. Or, if you ask a team known as the Educated Grown Men Participating in Physical Activity, yes, that was their full team name, they'll say it was winning senior field day. Para la clase de español de la señora Abrams, fui los ricos desayunos por las mañanas que nos mataban el hambre. For Ferry Petite Home, it was seeing the college acceptance email and knowing that his hard work had paid off. And for me, it was these past few moments, seeing all the love of my friends and family as we gather here for our graduation ceremony. There were countless interesting times these past 4 years at high school. High school was the points we scored at games, the songs we mastered in rehearsals, the notes we took in class, the teachers and family members who supported us through it all, and the friends we made along the way. But while our times at George Jenkins High may have been interesting, far more interesting times lie ahead. Tonight, we celebrate not only the culmination of our interesting times as high school students, but the promise of more interesting times we face as we journey into this world as adults and decide how we shall seize our moment. It was the great American politician Leslie Knope who once said, "Let's embark on a new journey. Let's break out a map, not the old, out-of-date one that shows where we've been, but a crisp, new map that shows where we might go." Eagles, it's now time to take your map and chart a daring, bold course, one that challenges you, inspires others, and dares to make the world a better place. Because together, our generation is a new hope. May you be brave, may you be ambitious, may you seek knowledge, and may you be kind. For so long, our paths have been entwined here in high school, but now we go into the world carrying our own maps, for each time seeking an individualized road. It has been an honor to grow up alongside y'all. But as we now divulge into our varying roads in the woods of life, I'd like my last word to you to be a pun. It may not be the funniest, but it is the most sincere. And in that ever-changing world we now head into, sincerity is a quality we should each provide more of. And so, class of 2018, I'd like to say, from the bottom of my heart, congratulations. Thanks, guys. I would now like to ask Ms. Glory Snow to please come to the podium to introduce our 2018 Salutatorian.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and class of 2018. It is my pleasure tonight to introduce the Salutatorian for the George Jenkins High School class of 2018. When I think of this student, I'm reminded of the principal character, Joe Marsh, in the story Little Women. She's creative, loving, driven, and aspires to be astonishing. I know many of you young ladies know that story. This oldest child of 6 has never earned anything but an A in any class. That has included 12 AP classes and 4 dual enrollment classes in school. She's been awarded the United States Marine Corps Academic Excellence Award and the AP Scholars with distinction. She's an avid writer, and having watched her myself as she's worked on the Madrigal script with a team of students, I saw her passion and enthusiasm evolve into a creative and collaborative work of art. She's an accomplished performer and has performed annually in the Performing Arts Madrigal Dinner. She's played starring roles in productions of Our Town, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, playing the dog, A Woman Called Truth, Tarzan the Musical, and in the most recent production of In the Heights. She's also a member of the Performing Arts Leadership Team. She's a member of the chorus in Golden Harmony, National Honor Society. She's in HOSA and a student council class officer. In her spare time, she's also a private academic tutor. She's a martial arts expert and has accumulated over 300 hours of community service. She's a humble child of God who walks the walk and talks the talk. I've had the pleasure of spending the last 4 years witnessing this extraordinary young lady challenge and push herself, set goals, and selflessly lead her peers to success and sacrifice her own personal pleasures. Like Jo Marsh in the book, she aspires to be extraordinary in her achievements without pretense or charade. She has spent her life deferring what makes her tick so that she could concentrate on what makes her successful in the public's eye. In doing so, like the character in my book, she has accomplished so much more. She is, in fact, astonishing. George Jenkins' 2018 Salutatorian, Jessica Peoples.
This year in biology, my class and I got to do something that every graduate in this room has done 1,000 times before in high school. We learned a lesson. We were on the topic of meiosis when the question was posed whether 2 people in the world could be exactly the same due to random genetic variation. And in short, the answer is no. From independent assortment to genetic recombination to mutation, there's evidence that even so-called identical twins are not entirely genetically identical. And combined with the wild card of environmental factors, there is virtually a 0% chance for 2 people to be exactly the same. I know firsthand how easy it can be to dismiss platitudes about everyone being 1 in a million. And while I don't want to bombard anyone with meaningless cliches, the truth is, you're not 1 in a million. You're not even 1 in a billion. Instead, the odds of each individual in this room being exactly who they are astronomical, closer to 1 in trillions. If it seems daunting, infinite potential combinations of life experiences, personalities, and preferences, I think it's important to take heart in the fact that there will always be someone who shares a part of what makes you you. Because human beings will find ways to connect to and understand one another. It's how we're built. For me, at least, I feel closer to my fellow students for having watched Mr. Morocco sporadically hurl textbooks at the wall, or for having waved hello to Coach Mays every day, or for having listened to the sound Mr. Townley made when he emphasized his points by smacking the projector screen. I think it gives me an even greater sense of camaraderie with my classmates that we have the privilege of being the class to graduate with Mrs. Bell, Mrs. Warwick, and Mr. Thomas. And while we're unified by similarity, no one's experience has been or will be quite like yours. Maybe high school has been the best time of your life so far. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe If you're lucky like me, you found your people. But no matter your individual experience, you can and will offer something that the world has never quite seen before. You've still got your whole lives to resolve just what your unique contribution to the world will be. And graduation is just the beginning. But for right now, this is your moment to celebrate your accomplishments. Take pride in the hard work that got you here. Give thanks to the people who made it better along the way. And remember that even with the countless differences and disparities that make us individuals, today we are all the George Jenkins class of 2018. I would now like to ask Mr. Greg Mays to please come forward to introduce our 2018 valedictorian.
Good afternoon. If you look up the word valedictorian, you will likely find a definition identifying it as an academic achievement. The person with the highest GPA of the graduating class has bestowed upon them the title of valedictorian. The George Jenkins High School class of 2018 has a valedictorian. In addition to her amazing GPA, she was the president of the National Honor Society and a superintendent scholar. Like many valedictorians, ours has achievements which span far beyond the classroom. She was a member of the cheerleading squad for 2 years, helping this year's team earn a top 5 finish in the state. She has accumulated over 100 community service hours and was still able to squeeze in a successful season with the GJ girls tennis team this year. Excuse me. The district champion regional finalist GJ girls tennis team. Impressed? Well, allow me to put the icing on this introduction cake. Our valedictorian arrived in the United States from England in November of her freshman year. She knew no one, but somehow was able to keep it together academically. To make life a little more difficult, in her sophomore year, she suffered a career-altering injury while training as a high-performance gymnast. And yet, she continued to work hard and maintain her academic focus. You see, when many others may have laid down and quit, our valedictorian dug in, bore down, and did what only one person per year can do. She achieved the highest grade point average for her graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the GJHS class of 2018 University of Florida bound valedictorian Tegan Davies.
That is a lot of people. All right. Okay. Well, let me just tell you guys, I'm pretty thankful that I made it here tonight. Not because of my gymnastics injury, but because my flight back from the royal wedding on Saturday got delayed. Afternoon with the tea ran a little bit longer than expected. How do you do, parents, family, students, and staff? For those of you who do not know me, I am Tegan Davies, and I somehow miraculously ended up being this year's valedictorian. As you have now probably heard, I do have an accent. It is British, not Australian, and it is real. I may look familiar to some of you. You have probably either seen me on the football field cheering on our football team on Friday nights, hitting a tennis ball, yelling at everyone to listen to me while attempting to lead an NHS meeting, or starring in the Harry Potter movies as Hermione Granger. As a young Brit living on American soil, some of you guys have said some pretty interesting things to me, and I thought I would share some of my favorites with you all tonight. Best American accent, here we go. So, have you met the Queen? No. Have you met the President? That's what I thought. My second cousin, twice removed ex-husband's mom, is from England. Do you know her? No, I don't. And my personal favorite, do you guys have running water in England? I'm hoping I don't need to tell you guys the answer to that one. Hopefully my bulging biceps show my dedication to carrying the heavy bucket to and from the well every day. People often say that my accent makes me seem intelligent, and my GPA may show that. However, just to give you guys some insight, I did think Hawaii was attached to the United States on the West Coast until around 6 months ago, when my good friend Peyton informed me that it was, in fact, not possible to drive there. I did think Migos was one person, not three. I did learn how to do long division by hand this year from Miss Gilmore while maintaining my A in AP Statistics. And my good pal Audie taught me how to pump gas by myself in November of last year. Clearly, kids, GPA alone does not define intelligence. Moving to Florida with my amazing parents, Spoon and Big J, and my two brothers, Will and Ethan, was a life-changing experience. In England, we lived in the small town of Stoke-on-Trent, along with the 4 generations before us and my best friend Jenna, who had lived across the street from me my whole life. The night I was told we'd be moving to Florida on September 8th, 2014, I was filled with fear and uncertainty. I could not imagine my life anywhere else except this tiny town of Stoke, surrounded by my friends, family, the constant weather, and a below-average soccer team. Don't get me wrong, I loved the sun when we first moved here, and my newly discovered favorite fast food restaurant, Chick-fil-A. But after walking through the school halls day after day, feeling isolated and alone, I longed to return home. However, as time went on, things got easier, faces became more familiar, and I finally settled into my new home with the help of my friends, family, and the faculty here at George Jenkins High School. Seniors, when we leave here today, we will all be faced with change. If you're going to college, entering a career, or giving yourself time to decide, make sure to embrace the changes that come your way and give them a chance to shape your life and help you grow. You may be apprehensive and worried for the uncertain future ahead, and you may be faced with difficulties along the way. However, try to always have trust in yourself, focus on the good, and believe in the path that is set out for you. Make sure to cherish the people in your life that love and care for you, and make sure you do the same for them. A good number of you have probably gotten on my last nerve once or twice these past couple of years, but I would not change my George Jenkins High School experience or any one of you for anything. Thank you to everyone that has been a part of this amazing journey with me, and a special thank you to my family that has always believed in me, looked out for me, and had my back in times of hardship. I could not have gotten this far without any of you. So, good luck and pip pip cheerio, seniors. And in this time full of change, remember, once an eagle, always an eagle. Thank you. I would now like to introduce to the podium our principal, Buddy Thomas.
Class of 2018, families, friends, and distinguished guests. I would now like to share a revised song that John Denver wrote that is dear to my heart. I am the eagle. I live in the high country in rocky cathedrals that reach to the sky. And all of those who see me and all who believe in me share in the freedom I feel when I fly. I am the eagle. Come dance with the west wind and touch the mountain tops and sail o'er the canyons and up to the stars. I am the eagle who reaches for the heavens and hopes for the future and all that we can be and not what we are. I am the eagle who represents the wheel of fortune, the leap of faith, and the band of hope. I am the eagle who grasps with his talons the invisible shadows casting the light of tangible knowledge. I am the eagle who seizes with all creativity the future and life's passion for knowledge. I am the eagle who reaches for dreams no matter what they may be. I am the eagle who grows from reaching and learns from trying. Class of 2018, you're now ready to gaze outward, ready to face whatever may come your way as a result of those special people who gave of themselves to mentor, to instruct, and to show their love. At this time, George Jenkins faculty, please rise and form a J behind our students. Would our marshals come forward? Distinguished guests and honored guests, please come forward as we begin our diplomas.
Tegan Emily Davies. Jessica Gabrielle Peoples. Haskell Jackson Ross. Andrew Paul Wunderlich. Sarah Elizabeth Mason. Amanda Maria Martinez. Hannah Elaine Townley. Sierra Joy Sun. David Alexander Morentik. Lindsay Marie Kim. Narzari Hirankumar Patel. Spencer Tate Waghorn. Sarah Michaela Conley. Hope Elizabeth Kaiser. Morgan Lee Shupsky. Kristen Elizabeth Stricker. Madeline Elaine Graham. Sky Elizabeth Bolander. Emily May Giddens. Justin Joseph Metz. Caitlin Nicole Bodiford. Margaret Rose McGee. Mackenzie Kayan Rogers. Adia Hitarth Tripathi. Rainey Elise Loomis. Abigail Louise Smith. Christopher Aaron Skiles. Haley Jennifer Mano. Gabriela Rodriguez. Emily Kiara Coover. Savannah Megan Kelly. Ethan Richard Higgins. Francisco Josue Falu. Kirsten Rebecca Halbezma. Olivia Marie Parker. Madison Taylor Gearhart. Kylie Paige Strickland. Madeline Grace Bretz. Joshua Thomas Hulls. William Ian Morrisroe. Abilene Angelica Photo. Philip Joseph Ross. Haley Rose Walls. Ariana Michelle Fernandez. Jorge Ernesto Santiago Vasquez. Mackenzie Keene Halls. Peyton Elise Janes. Elena Renee Jansen. Ellen Ramsey LeBlanc. Jillian Patience Davis. Sarah Catherine Kilby. Ferry Pettit Home. Tyler Matthew Adams. Andrew Michael Mazer. Jasmine Vanelli Chantharison. Ryan Jeffrey Chapman. Dustin Lee Katz. Christopher Charles Rex. Mason Holbert Warren. Kaylee Ann Brose. Elise Nicole Ariza. Genevieve Lynn Baisa. Raina Logan Gadberry. Devin Patrick Moore. Riley James Harris. Miranda Diane Ricks. Leslie Ann Rios Hernandez. Nicole Rose Adler. Alicia Victoria Nellums. Obadiah Michael Kurtz. Dylan Hunter Macklin. Bryce Everett Palmer. Danny Samuel Varghese. Naomi Andrea Asensio Rivera. Chase William Hampson. Timothy Charles Michaels. Atricia Stacy Duvest. Brooke Nicole McMaster. Christian Nicholas Miguez. Angela Knock Pham. Ashley Lynn Rex. Nicholas Matthew Hain. Alexandria Grace Hoback. Peyton Chase Prickett. Elias Dasawi. Peyton Carly Eisman. Jackson Cordell Morgan. Clayton Connor Canning. Caitlin Claire Canope. Trent Dennis Coleman. Dylan Gonzalez. Kendall Ray Hancock. Cameron Geraldine Moore. Jesse Ronald Belcher. John Austin Blair. Jordan Chandler Dominic. Clifford Alexander Davis. Beatrice Sanchez Urabazo. Jonathan Spivey. Veronica Lyell Hetherington. Taylor Marie Dye. Cole Allen Rhodes. Presenting his diploma is his brother, Master at Arms Seaman Michael Rhodes, who is surprising Cole tonight, returning on leave from active duty from Japan. Addison Lynn Johnson. Kimberly Ortiz. Taylor Mackenzie Adams. Joshua Levi Rakes. Gabriel Marcelo Peralta. Haley Joe Felger. Riley Grace Hood. Andy Labrada Paredes. Ryan Patrick Donahue. Bailey Nicole Williams. Fausto Apolinar Diaz. Wiley Miles Henry. Kayla Rochelle Spade. Quashutta Faye Lightsey. Molly Ann Jones. Zachary Salim Munab. Jalen Rachel Woolard. Jade Angelie Rivas. Jorge Antonio Jimenez Maldonado. Hunter Stephen James McCown. Paige Denise Renner. Maxwell Paige Whitty. Giovanna Andrejetto Alves. Rachel Michelle Dunn. Jaterion Emmanuel Grant. Michaela Grace Maxwell. Alexander Cole Julius. Janice Alize Watkins. Allison K. Castrajon. David Curtis Howell. Ryan Christopher Gutierrez. Claire Mackenzie Jackson. Wesley Eli Bader. Emily Jean Tregler. Rachel Nicole Cross. Jesslyn Marie Reddy. Delaney Sienna Roberts. Chloe Alexandra Baker. Alyssa Ruiz Mallet. Kyra Alexis Turner. Valen Danielle Kelly. James Riley McFarland. Morgan Bailey Lambert. Sapphire Amethyst Joseph. Viana Tran. Jeremy Aaron Lawther. Jeremy Wayne Starling. David Alexander Padilla. Riley Francis Tuttle. Michael James Santil. Wanda Martinez Ocasio. Chloe Madison Ayers. Andrew James Hinckley. Michael Vincent Starr. Elena Lenore Shaw Trent. Carillos Garz Youssef. Jeffrey Vincent King. Sydney Divon Hart. Caitlin Elizabeth Hilberling. Ashley Marie Olds. Kyrie Mae Torres Ortiz. Faith Nicole Smith. Benjamin Scott Muller. Felicity Nicole Spates. Brandon Scott Dye. Anmi Ramirez. Amaris Brene Smith. Crystal Odette de Valle Camacho. Deasia Desane McCoy. Abigail Lauren Lamb. Kaylee Marie Osborne. Avery Elizabeth Cam. Selena. Sierra Cheyenne Santana. Maya Elizabeth Amos. Brian Cummings. Megan Renee Stoddard. Sarah Ann Corbett. Daylin Barrios. Isaiah Jeremiah Solomon. Cameron Nicole Lee. Jackson William Seeley. Morgan Alexander Cannell. Kirkland Joseph Lofton. Sloan Oscar Cullifer. Ethan Greer Reed. Lauren Ann Plouffe. Stephanie Michelle Toll. Jonathan Tyler Carter. Kaylin Ivy Bagley. Eric Jose Barsaglini. Elizabeth Barbara Kelly. Livia Rosa de Souza. Michael D. Petch. Ami Surikant Mystery. Gisele Maddie Enamorado. Erica Lynn Gaffney. Jackson Russell Horseman. Hannah Ligay McDonald. Michael James Scholness. Azalea Dennis Baranda Diegues. Ryan Philip Parker. Alexandria Grace Dodds. Rachel Elise Ilgen. Cameron Alexandra Smith. Oscar Ubaldo Hernandez. Cynthia Ann Noel Steverson. Austin Lee Herlong. Kristen Renee Parks. Andrea Nicole Brooks. Taylor Jeanette Williams. Brendan Cole Andujar. Beatrice Destiny Sims. Kirsten Shea Stiver. Kayla Ivy Tedder. Bailey June Gathright. Sarah Ann Sitnick. Dalton William Cook. Stephanie Schwer Magno. Caitlin Sue Richards. Michaela Ashley Gooding. Emily Ann Holgis. Cassidy Lynn Mullis. Keegan Seth Smith. Joseph Cruz Godinez. Lillian Rose Richards. Austin Gregory Schmidt. Go out there a little bit. Joey Paul Hamill. Bianca Malini Sampuran. Blayton Ryan Faircloth. Taylor Marie Kennedy. Tatiana Chade Ayala. Lesneil Hernandez. Caleb Morales. Isis Josette Rivera. Kylie Renee Barclay. Carson Anthony Stafford. Alondra Cruz Lamboy. Emily Marie Wilkerson. Brady Christopher Allen. Corey Alexander Culleton. Ashlyn Nicole Maxwell. Ileana Sierra. Talia Jade Curtis. Callista Kelly Deal. Julianne Marie Richardson. Madison Shea Worthy. Alexandra Lilia Jackson. Taylor Lee Van Loan. Sierra Nicole Pierce. Shane Matthew Schmucker. Kaylee Elise Henkel. Bryce Maddox Seconder. Raymond Silvera. Kaylee Elizabeth Sowers. Marin Sheridan Miller. Elizabeth Riley Rowland. Angelique Marie Lowry. Ivan Ramirez. Brandon James Trena. Desden James Flowers. Josue Alvarez. Brett Mitchell Wolford. Morgan Emily Whitfield. Trevor Davis Moyer. Alacia Janai Poe. Christian Taylor Schooley. Dylan Joshua Alila. Brianna Kaylee Aquino. Taylor Lynn Frenette. Rochelle Fernandez. Jason Addison Bremer. Brandon Robert Gonzalez. Hannah Nicole Drawdy. Samantha Nicole Grinley. Colton Lon Thompson. Brandon Taylor Howlett. Hunter James Anderson. Alicia Lachey Walls. Zachary William Talent. Kiera Jaylyn Mitchell. Tavion Jakyle Cox. Eli Jaquise Gibson. Zaria Termaine Herring. Kylie Christine Martinez. Isaiah Elijah Jackson. Natalie Padron Martinez. Eris Tamara Garcia. Olivia Arian Thorne Blaylock. Angela Lynn Thepfong. Tierra Chanel Jones. Patrick Arthur Aiken. Ashton Richard Abernathy. Sydney Elise Adams. Taylor Marie Adams. Ivan Aguilar. Samaria Java Albert. Meredith Renee Allen. Marissa Lexis Almonte. Pedro Luis Alvarez. Kiara Lynn Elizabeth Ashley. Donovan Gary Barger. Alexis Lee Baroni. Caitlin Jeanette Beasley. Stanley Raphael Beckford. Alexis Tanera Bell. Tevin Devon Booker. Shaquille Dion Brantley. Adam Michael Briggs. Javian Kareem Brinson. Logan Charles Browder. Glenn Marcus Brown. Bobby Jean Brunk. Jessica Leanne Bunn. Leah Elizabeth Bergen. Jalen Joseph Carlo. Emily Michelle Carnes. Victor Manuel Carrillo. Jasmine Marie Carson. Paul Micah Carter. Mackenzie Page Cadillo. Myluvis Chavez Castanera. Caitlin May Childers. Nyasia Amalia Chung. Danielle Brooke Clayson. Mitchell Allen Clark. James Gregory Clay. JC Renee Clement. And Tarika Cohen Cohen. Kirsten Riley Collins. Madison Elizabeth Connor. Hunter Aylin Cooper Drop. Colin Patrick Copeland. Emily Elizabeth Cornelius. Charles Anthony Coulter. Emily Faith Cowart. Rochelle Monet Daniels. George Rogan Darnell. Ajane Monique Davis. Angelina Marie Davis. Ashley Brett Davis. Brett Michael Davis. Brian Tyler Davis. Talicia Nicole Davis. Caleb Jason Depot. Alexandra Nicole D. Geronimo. Amika Samuel Demps. Shakur Deshaun Dexter. Travis Michael Dolak. Elizabeth Chase Dunbar. Shauna Elizabeth Engel. Ethan Patrick Engel. Tristan Daniel Etheridge. Claire Marissa Etheridge. Tyler Jordan Fanny. Dylan Christopher Fleet. Janaris Sherrod Flanoy. Caleb Andrew Flowers. Amy Elizabeth Frisch. Danny Elias Garcia. Abigail Ann Gibson. Emily Morning Dove Gonzalez. Jacob Brandon Gonzalez. Marissa Gonzalez. Soliani Manuel Gonzalez. Brianna Nicole Gorley. Christopher Matthew Gravely. Jeriana Teresa Gutierrez Moya. Andrew Dylan Hare. Carter Kent Hancock. Nathan Clay Harper. Austin James Harris. Christian Dehan Harvey. Isaac Bocanegra Hernandez. Miguel Antonio Hernandez. Glorimar Hernandez Anglero. Alexis Brianna Hess. Matthew Mark Hickman. Mason Stephen Robert Hillesheim. Levitus Lewicki Hines Griffin. Michael Gerard Hollins Jr. Ramonte Luan Honors. Iana Chambray Huntley. Caleb Anthony Ingo. Jacob Angelo Ingo. Carly Nicole Jackson. Garina Jean. Jace Corinth Jenkins. Charity Brooke Jesnick. Diamond Zabri Johnson. Jamesia Deonche Johnson. Brianna Nicole Kasner. Trevor Newton Kelly. Kiara Michelle Knight. Tyler Christian Knox. Madison Deanna Cray. Jarrett Scott Lafferty. Seth Emery Lake. Nicole Marie Latessa. Harley D. Loscar. Jared Austin Lawther. Akira Von Shea Light. Madison Drew Lloyd. Deja Joan Lockamy. Daniel Lopez. Jacob Michael Lucas. Sierra Monet Lyons. Kiara Janae Lyons. Anthony Maldonado. Kale Ridgely Martin. Michaela Marie Martin. Rafael Martinez. Emma Lauren McCarter. Gary Allen McAllister. Hayden Lee McComas. Jacob Lee McCormick. Presenting his diploma is his brother PSC Bradley McCormick, who is surprising Jacob tonight by returning on leave from active duty from Fort Stewart, Georgia. Kasharia Nakwea McCoy. Isaac Joseph McIntyre. Haley Brooke McMickle. Carlos Daniel Mendez. Nicholas Owen Metz. Nicholas Amos Mangello. Sadie Cheyenne Monk. Amanda Lynn Moore. Ayana Tiara Moore. Chakari Davantis Moore. Sandy Shakira Moore. Antonia Verche Murray. William Drayshawn Neal. Alexis Christine Northcutt. Diego Costanzo Nunez. Shiraso Tokashima Odom. Jaquez Demetrius Oliver. Dylan Robert Oliver. Taylor Robert Olivier. Alexander Ebel Orbi Vergis. Maya Kiana Owens. Andre Joseph Parmar. Clayton Wayne Parvin. James Scott Hill Perdomo. Alexander Quito Perez. Stefania Perez Torres. Colin Numai Pang Mianvon. Evan Sawyer Phillips. Sharath Krishna Pillai. Jonathan Devon Pincelli. Jaden Ray Polk. Caitlin Lynn Putz. Yadalis Michelle Weechie. Christian Lee Rochel. Destiny Tamira Reagans. Carly Paige Reagan. Tatum Elizabeth Reves. Tanisha Marie Rivera. Raymonda Kiana Robinson. Hector Wilfredo Rodriguez. John Fitzgerald Rogers. Tyson Cameron Rogers. Brianna Marie Ross. Maxine Riley Rowland. Mike Ruiz. Kenneth Thomas Rydberg. Deja Deshawn Salter. Jessica Rivera Santiago. Viviana Alejandra Santos. Brianna Angeline Sardui. Cameron Vaughn Schultz. Juan David Cerna Rodriguez. Rory Logan Shiflett. Alexis Breshawn Simmons. Shania Shanice Sermons. Megan Leanne Smith. Sophia Elizabeth Smith. Dustin Lynn Spaller. James Earl Spencer. Justin Cole Sproles. Chelsea Lynn Stahl. Isabella Alexis Stavely. Amanda Danielle Stinson. Nicholas Michael Stout. Casey Taylor Sutton. Leslie Danielle Taylor. Asha Tashawn Thomas. Austin Shane Thompson. Shamir Moselle Thompson. Megan Marie Tice. Maritza Trejo. Sean Allen Van Loan. Stephen Vargas. Miguel Vargas Isidoro. Mariah Starr Vasquez. Xavier Alexander Velez. Robert Lawrence Villarreal. Jeffrey Jaden Walker. Taylor Faith Walker. Amanda Lynn Warras. Matthew Douglas Warren. Derek Allen Winninger. Heaven Marie Whaley. Kimberly Jamalise White. Quadero Marquise White. Adarius Trayvon Williams. Quelly Rafon Williams. Terrence Williams. Cyan Samuel Williamson. Jarrett David Willis. Chase Ashton Wynn. Nicholas Clay Yencho. Cameron St. Louis. Christopher Jason Wright. Samuel Lasor Gabriel. Vance William Jaden Monroe. Naomi Perez Ramos. Darmani Jarrell Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have one more Eagle to send off. Will Buddy Thomas please join me at the podium? Mr. Thomas, come on over. On behalf of the administration, staff, class of 2018, and so many more, we are proud to present this George Jenkins Lifetime Achievement Award to Buddy L. Thomas. It reads, in recognition and deep appreciation for 29 years of loyal, meritorious, and distinguished service at George Jenkins High School and Polk County Public Schools, for your visionary guidance and outstanding leadership, for being a leader who has dedicated his life to the enhancement of student achievement and success, for teaching us to be prompt, polite, and prepared, for your spirit, compassion, innovation, and advocacy of staff, for your dedication and sustained commitment to advancing education and the mission and vision of George Jenkins High School and Polk County Public Schools. For all of this, we thank you. You loved us, inspired us, changed us, and challenged us to be the best. The task of a great leader is to get his people from where they are to where they have not been. Presenting the award tonight, Superintendent Jacqueline Bird. Congratulations, Mr. Thomas.
You want to read that then? Go ahead. Finish it up.
I would like to introduce our special vocal performance, We're All in This Together, arranged by Alan Billingsley and sung by our senior chorus.
I'm going to take a little liberty here and ad-lib a little bit. Since I was 6 years old, I've gone to school every fall. Elementary, middle, high school, college. Then I went to teach, then I became an administrator. So for 60 years, I've gone to school every fall. I finally get to graduate with the class of 2018.
When we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come. We're all in this.
That was unexpected. Thank you for everyone that took part in that. I do appreciate it. Seniors, at this time, we'll have our Superintendent of Schools, Jacqueline Bird. Please join me at the podium. I'm proud to present to you, Mrs. Bird, the George Jenkins High School class of 2018. Each student here assembles has completed all requirements as prescribed by the Polk County Public School Board, the state of Florida, and is hereby entitled to receive a high school diploma or a certificate of completion. Mrs. Bird.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and the Polk County School Board, I pronounce upon those of you who have completed the necessary requirements, graduates of the Polk County school system, and confer upon each of you all the rights and privileges thereto. Congratulations, class of 2018 and Buddy Thomas.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. I'll keep working for you so that I can get there. Will Mrs. Warwick, Mrs. Crosby, Director of Student Activities, Mr. Townley, and Ms. Bickerton, senior class sponsors, Hannah Townley, senior class, please join me at the podium. Class of 2018. Tonight we complete our 25th commencement. You have worked hard. We have loved these young people dearly. In investing in their future, we have cast our bread upon the waters, content that they will find it after many days. May the Great Spirit renew your strength so you can mount up with wings of eagles. soar to new heights with wisdom, power, and the courage to take you there. Thank you, George Jenkins community. It's been a wonderful ride. I couldn't ask for a better place to work with my administrators, staff, community, the school board, and mainly my kids. George Jenkins High School, class of 2018. Move your tassels from right to left. Let's hear it.